I go directly to the bar, and I pretty much figure that's where I'm going to be the rest of the night.
So obviously, okay, so...
And we're not big drinkers, by the way.
We're not big
drinkers. Like, we never drink.
But obviously, there's a reason why, you know, Jules is my fiance. We, you know, we're both very shy people in a way, but also very outgoing, enthusiastic, spontaneous, lively, all the good things. And so, as I'm driving away,
she gets
so
in her car.
I'm in my
she's
car
going.
now.
You're going.
And I'm leaving.
She's going.
And
I go to the bar.
I'm
she gets in her car.
And then I said,
yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
Continue
I don't know
to
if I'm allowed to say hell, but
You can say that. Sorry for the GPS, but we don't know where we're going because anything
know
outside
really
of
where we're
Boston, we have no idea where we're going. So Sewell says in her head, what am I doing?
What am I doing? So, obviously, so in Cambridge, so going back
No,
to the
not
beginning.
Cambridge. Not about Cambridge.
Oh.
Don't tell them anymore about Cambridge. There's a world of Google. My love, sweetie, why did you come back?
If you do a U-turn in the middle of Cambridge,
No.
police are literally around the corner and gonna tag you. But that night that I turned around, there was no police. So this was all meant to be. So
We're talking about cars and driving so much in this vlog. Go ahead.
Sorry.
We are from Boston. We're
We
from Boston.
so we turn around.
You turn.
I turn around.
You in your car.
I turn around and I'm heading back to Zuzu's because I said, you know, what the hell? Like, what's gonna be wrong with me at least giving her my number? So I go back into Zuzu's and I slide my number right behind her.
So I'm at the bar. She was much more dapper and dashing than that. So I was at the bar leaning over to get a drink, and she came behind my back, slipped her hand, like, not creepily, like I didn't turn around and punch someone, but like I knew it was someone, right? So she like went to my side and slipped her number in my hand and said,
Call me.
Call me, maybe.
Call me.
Call me, maybe. She said, call me.
Yes.
So I'm like blushing and I'm just happy, and I don't know. We had such a good vibe. Whoa. We had such a good vibe about each other. And so anyways, really funny story. I looked down at the piece of paper and I have no idea what her name is. Her name is spelled S-U-L. So I don't know how to pronounce it. Didn't know what the, like, Saul.
She thought my name was Saul.
Her name is Saul.
Yeah.
Which is great. Like, I mean, she seemed to identify as a woman, and I was confused. So I was like, oh, Saul, okay, what?
I'm gonna marry a woman by the name of Saul.
I was like, oh, okay,
Not that
like,
that's a bad
No, I was
name.
Great, but
Yeah.
I didn't quite get that. So anyways, I waited 3 days?
Nope.
24 hours? 24 hours. 'Cause I'm
24
smooth like
hours.
that.
24 hours.
And I texted her, hey, you're lucky that I like the rain. And I'm like, that's why I went outside. And that was it. And so we went on our first date really quickly.
Police.
Our first, state police. So our first date, Sewell took me out to...
No, you didn't tell them about me calling.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh.
I called.
Yeah, go ahead.
I called her, actually.
Just to say hi.
Just to say hi after.
And to set up our first date.
And to... Oh, do you want to tell them?
Go ahead. I want you to look at the road.
And to set up a first date, I was heading out to San Diego to go visit my cousin for about a week. And so, sorry, I'm really detail oriented.
I know, but you can't be. You have to be more vague on here. No addresses. God help us.
So I'm back to yoga pose.
No, not yoga pose. So Sewell goes away, and so she wanted me to know, like, obviously she wasn't going to ghost me for a week, so she just was trying to set up a first date. So she calls me, and during the conversation, she's nervous, and she started using words like, yeah, I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked to go out, like, to spend more time or to hang out. I'm so stoked. It's gonna be like rad. Like, what the hell? Sewell doesn't talk like that.
Saul.
So I was a little nervous about the stoked thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just, like, not a skater girl, so I was like, stoked. I'm so stoked to, like, hang out with you. So she'd asked me for a sushi date. So our first date is a sushi date. And we go for a walk. We go up to this playground after sushi. Sewell was late to our first date.
Traffic. I promise. Traffic. It was really.
Whether it was traffic or reflecting on her life, I'm glad she came. I got distracted by koi fish at the restaurant, so I didn't realize that my date was 15 to 20 minutes late because of koi fish.
Because she would have already left.
No, I liked you too much. So we went, we had an amazing sushi date, we took a walk at a playground, and that is how Sewell proposed. She took me to our first place that we had our first date, at the same playground that we talked and held hands. Sewell tried to kiss me on our first date, and I was all shy and giggly, and so Sewell took me there and proposed to me with a candle and flowers and a ring and sweet words, and it was unbelievable, and it was magical, and it was lovely. And how did I propose to you, sweetie?
Concentrate. I apologize, guys.
Sewell's driving. So good.
Driving.
So we told you guys about P-Town. So that's one of our favorite places on Cape Cod. It's a beach town, but it's for gays.
And in November, they have a lobster trap ceremony, which basically they pile up tree lighting, where they pile up lobster traps and in the shape of a tree, and then light it. And it's a very local kind of tradition that P-Town does. Not a lot of people from out of town come, because it's a very local thing and it's off season. But yeah, Jules actually proposed. We had two dual proposals, and she proposed to me in P-Town during or right after the tree lighting, with serenading me with a guitarist singing "Marry Me" to the crowd. So which I'll have her talk more about
after the tree lighting. So there was this big tree lighting, and Sewell maybe had a guess. So we had to, like Sewell said, we had two proposals because we're two girls and we wanted 2 engagement rings and 2 proposals, and we always knew that we wanted that. And so Sewell was kind of suspicious. I mean, obviously we were engaged. She proposed to me, and she was kind of suspicious. And then it ended. The tree lighting ended. And then I said, honey, let's go look at the lights over here, this side of the tree. And she was like, oh, okay, but we can see them from here, but okay. I was trying to get away from the blaring Christmas songs. And we went over to this quiet little area of the town with hundreds and hundreds of people, but I pulled her aside, and she turned around and she saw a guitarist playing through the crowd. She looked like a streetwalker, like a street performer, and so she came over with an acoustic guitar, and she was singing, like Sewell said, "Marry Me" by Train. And she came up to Sewell, and obviously she was singing "Marry Me" by Train. And I went to get down on my knee, and my darling said no.
No.
Because there was ice and it was cold, so I didn't get down on one knee, but it was magical, and that's our proposal story. We just mine was very more like not public, but mine was more of a
it's a community.
Yeah,
it's a community love,
community and music.
Yes,
and like a little adventurous. And Soul's was intimate and just the two of us, and it was perfect. So it was a cute mix. Love it. So we are going to we're going to actually finish up this part of it, because we wanted to tell you guys how we met and how we got engaged. And we're actually, I think there's enough time, we might try to do one more video on our trip. And that's going to be more like updating on maybe
our
TTC.
Yeah.
TTC process or wedding process. So we will see you guys in a little bit. Click over to the next video and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye! And right below about car vlogs, we tried. And how do you guys like edit videos? Because this is kind of long. So if we cut out some of the traffic comments, my commentary, this would have been shorter. So tell me what you use for editing. Just for fun, and tell us about your proposal story. Anyone, I mean, even our allies, but especially if you're two girls or two guys or whatever your gender expression, like tell us if you guys had two proposals as well, or if that was just us. We're gonna sign off now, and this is
Two Bride Family.
Two Bride Family. Bye, guys.